Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Baited Podcast. I'm your host, Colossal is Crazy. Introducing the one and only, the person you all love to hate, DJ Keemstar.
Fuck FouseyTUBE, and my name is Keemstar.
Well, I thought it was DJ Keemstar because you used to be a fucking DJ.
Well, I used to be a DJ, but I'm no longer a DJ, so just call me Keemstar.
And also introducing Tommy C. Well, we already introduced you in the first episode, but here he is again, Tommy C.
Thank you very much, and I made it to the second episode. Fuck all you haters.
The FouseyTUBE shit, right? Basically going to be FouseyTUBE's an idiot, right? This is basically going to be the conversation. Like, what else can we add to it? Well, there are a few things we can add to it, but I want Keemstar to introduce this topic because obviously he's had personal involvement with it. So I'd like to hear his point of view first.
He's just a complete fucking hypocrite. He's a fucking absolute goddamn piece of shit fucking hypocrite. This dude has ruined a whole genre on YouTube. Does anyone remember when Sam Pepper was explaining why he faked pranks?
Yes, of course.
Sam Pepper, for those of you that don't know, said, "Look, man, I was the only one making pranks on YouTube, along with like Prank versus Prank and a few other people, and all of our pranks were real. All of a sudden, these guys showed up and they started making fake pranks, and they were getting way more views than us. And we had to basically fake our pranks to keep up. Otherwise, we would have fell off. We would be completely irrelevant. That's why Sam Pepper started faking pranks, all right? Who was this person that came on the scene? Fucking FouseyTUBE. So this dude literally ruined a whole goddamn genre on YouTube and has the fucking balls to call out Drama Alert saying we ruin careers. And
Now,
again,
Sorry, Keemstar. I just want to just touch on that point, because in your Drama Alert, which, by the way, I thought was very good, actually, all the problems I have with Drama Alert, I thought genuinely that was one of the best Drama Alerts I think I've seen. So yeah, sorry for sucking. I'm not sucking Keemstar's dick. I genuinely thought it was a good fucking episode.
but you want to, but you want to know why you like it though, is because I was angry and I ranted and I gave my fucking opinion, and that's the sad thing about Drama Alert. I really feel like people want to hear my opinion.
You know, we talked about it a bit in private, like the way Drama Alert is structured, and I think I gave you a good suggestion because it's like the news, and then you segmented it, like the second part is your opinion. So I think it worked for you because you can definitely see that kind of structure, and you can definitely see the way that particular Drama Alert was segmented. Like, here's the fucking news, this is what happened, these are the facts, and then here's my fucking opinion.
What's wrong
right?
with
And the two didn't coincide with each other.
I cut you off. What point were you trying to make before?
Right, the point I was saying, right, because you said in that Drama Alert, which I wasn't too sure on, so I just want to confirm this. You said FouseyTUBE was the first person to start faking these pranks, and see, I thought it was people like Sam Pepper who started this whole faking prank thing.
No.
You're saying it was actually FouseyTUBE, like you're pointing the finger, right? FouseyTUBE, he's the fucking guy that started pranks, faking pranks.
He started okay, Sam Pepper used to do like these innocent pranks, but they were real. Like Prank versus Prank used to do these pranks as well. They were real. There were a few other YouTubers, right? When FouseyTUBE came on the scene, he blew up first with, I believe, a social experiment. Now, I believe his first social experiment was actually real, all right? But what happened is people don't understand this. FouseyTUBE went to fucking acting school. Like, this dude went to fucking college for acting. He's a fucking actor, all right? He wanted to make it big on YouTube. In one of his vlogs, he talks about this. He's like, look, man, I wanted to be an actor really bad, so I said, why don't I just focus on YouTube, right?
Right.
And like, he's a fucking actor.
For actors, I think YouTube is a good introductory process to that, because, you know, it's very hard. My brother is actually coincidentally an actor, and I've told him, do fucking YouTube. Like, it's very difficult to get jobs, it's very difficult to get into the business. Do YouTube, right? Because it's a great introduction.
So what YouTube was at this time is you had these guys out there that were prank channels that were doing real pranks, getting real reactions, but then you had this fucking Hollywood type or wannabe Hollywood type, FouseyTUBE, come in and have these crazy pranks, crazy production value. Like, it's like okay, in a real prank, right, you have to hide the camera because you can't have the people seeing you're pranking see the camera, right? But in FouseyTUBE's videos, the cameraman's standing right next to the prank.
It's like watching The Godfather, you know, with all the great angles.
Right. So my point of making this is, like, yes, that's ridiculous, and anyone can tell that it's fake if you actually are looking for that type of thing, all right? But the main thing is that increased the production value. You know, it was no longer this hidden camera in a fucking tree where you can barely see what's going on. No, you got a cameraman right there. So his production value went through the fucking roof, and the shit was extreme because it's all staged and all faked. And all these other guys that did real pranks, nobody watched them anymore. They started watching FouseyTUBE because this fucking shit was so much better, right?
So then inevitably everyone starts faking pranks.
They had to. What other option do you have?
Of course, yes. It's the same thing that happened with the trolling community. I don't know, because I used to be in the trolling community. I've never faked a troll. But it's exactly the same scenario, like, because you can fake a troll and make it seem more realistic and more authentic. You know, of course, people started faking fucking trolling videos.
And that's what killed FAG, like, back in the days. My old trolling videos... Look, when we used to make our old trolling videos, people said that they were fake, so we did them on a fucking live stream. We started doing them in front of a live audience, so nobody could call us fake. But right around that time when FAG ended, late 2010, early 2011, right when that trolling stuff ended and we stopped doing that stuff, these new channels came in and they started paying kids to play parts in Xbox Live. It just, the whole thing became fake and the whole genre was ruined.
Yeah. You know, I have less of a problem with the pranks being fake, but with FouseyTUBE in particular, the social experiments being fake is a huge problem for me personally.
That's the most disgusting. Absolutely.
It is. And I want to reference one in particular because, I'll be honest with you, like, I'm going to sound like an idiot for saying it, I genuinely thought it was real. I've always thought it was real until the other day when FouseyTUBE admitted in the video that it was fake, and this is the homeless child experiment. And that was when I realized, when he admitted that it was all fake and staged and was actors involved, I genuinely got disgusted by that, because when I saw that original video, the kid was crying in the video, people were walking by and just ignoring him, and I genuinely felt, well, this is the thing. FouseyTUBE says in that video, he says that I wanted to change the way people thought. I wanted to positively affect, you know, the conclusion of what people thought about this particular situation. And I didn't come away from that video with a positive outcome. It was very fucking negative. I was angry, and I was genuinely sad. Anything that affects kids, right? Different things affect different people. Like, some people get, like, disturbed by animal abuse. And it's children that affect me personally. So when I see, like, a child being abused in any way, that fucking upsets me. So what I was left from that video, it didn't change the way I thought about the situation. I didn't learn anything new. I was just angry and sad. So to learn that that video was fake is fucking sickening to me, because I genuinely had a personal opinion that it was real,
and that motherfucker ruined your day.
He fucking ruined my day. Exactly. Came away from that video when I saw it very, very negative. That was my conclusion from it. And so to learn that it was fake, and he did this for money, and he did this for attention, he made a fucking kid fucking cry. He said, "Mike, cry, we need this." And I'm sorry, this is going to be a bit of a comparison to your ice cream video, but a little bit different. It was a joke. It was a joke. But
mine was completely different. Everybody knew that was not real. Like,
right.
when we let me explain this real quick. When we released the video of Only Used to Be Blade smashing the ice cream cone in the kid's face, all right, all of our fans at that time on the Bad Kid podcast knew that it was a skit, knew that it was fake, all right? Everybody knew that, all right? Now, when that clip is taken out of context, all right, and it's being portrayed in a fucking grade A under A video as look at Keemstar the bully, now people believe it's real. But again, it was taken out of context.
If somebody would have kicked your ass if they saw you do that in a park, it's
okay. First of all, who the fuck would do that? Who would do that? Well, I don't know why anyone would think that is real.
It's a totally different thing. Now, I don't agree that this video should have ever been uploaded, but it's not quite the same as FouseyTUBE trying to make this thing appear to be real. Like, he's actually saying it's real. And if you go to this fucking video, I think it's got like 15 million fucking views, this video. It's all likes. It's all likes. I think there's only like 4,000 dislikes, like 50,000 likes on this fucking video. And even I went to the comments today to check. Even though FouseyTUBE has admitted it's fake, not one fucking comment is saying that, oh, I can't believe this, you faked this fucking shit. Not one person is calling him out for it. In fact, he's still getting love for it. Oh, FouseyTUBE is such a great guy for doing this. He's such a wonderful person. He really benefited the fucking community by doing this. It really fucking gets to me that he fucking did this, because he got that fucking child to cry. He made that fucking child cry to get more money, to get attention, to make people think, about this situation in a different light, which didn't have that effect at all. It was a very negative effect. I'm genuinely fucking pissed. It sickens me. And I don't think I hate anyone on YouTube. I don't even hate Lionmaker, and I think he's a fucking paedophile. But honestly, after learning this today, I genuinely do hate FouseyTUBE, and I think he's fucking scum. And if you watch this podcast, I want you to pick up on this fact that video is fake, and this is what he's done. And you should take note of that. It's not real. He hasn't benefited anyone by making that fucking video.
I know a lot of people will say, well, listen, Colossal and Keemstar and Leafy and, all these people that are coming at FouseyTUBE and Scarce and Philip DeFranco, you're just mad at FouseyTUBE because he called you out. No, FouseyTUBE has been a problem since day one. It's just when he did this last stunt, it was like it was the thing that made everybody explode. All right, when he pulled this thing has been building up in every YouTube creator for months, for years, all right, where everyone just hates this guy because of how fucking fake he is.
Well, first of all, King, he didn't call you out. What happened is he got caught faking something with rice gum, and he used what is called a red herring propaganda tactic. So he admits, he goes out and he says, yes, the whole thing was fake, but it was just to bring attention to Scarce and Keemstar. This is an old, he probably learned this in college, this is an old tactic. It's called a red herring. It's trying to get you away from the issue, and the issue is this. He is a liar. He is a hypocrite. And I'll even go this far. I think he's a bigot. How many white men were portrayed in one of the Social Experiments videos as abusing a homeless person? It wasn't just white men, 100%, but it was mostly. And you made an excellent point before by saying, this guy, making the world better, he's telling you the world is more racist, it's almost sociopathic out there. There is no more negative you can bring than to lie about what Americans are and actually point to one specific group of Americans, white men, and say they're just garbage with the social experiment. I
100% agree with that. 100% agree with Tommy's point there, which is why I said I thought the drama was very, very good. And I don't disagree with anything that Keemstar said. I just wanted to clear up the fact that Keemstar said it was FouseyTUBE that faked this prank, but that's been confirmed.
Let me give you an analogy. All right. Let's say that I went into a dog shelter, all right, and grabbed, a sick and injured animal, right? Took him out of his cage, in the process of getting healed. And I laid him out on the street. And I dumped, let's say, some maple syrup on his back and some lettuce and threw some dirt on him to make him look as rough as possible, all right? And then I set up some goddamn cameras. And then I fucking made some video saying, oh, look at this poor dog, and I picked him up and then took him back to the shelter, all right? The dog was already safe. The dog was already fine, all right? The dog was already at the shelter getting the help that he needed. I literally am creating a fake scenario for what? To make me look like a good guy,
That's
all right? This is the type of shit that this dude did over and over and over again.
Well,
the worst part is people have fucking fallen for it.
Every time. Because every single one of these vlogs, it's just a giant fucking evil, crazy-ass smile. Welcome, or shout out to, or good morning to the greatest YouTube family in the world, or whatever the fuck he says. It's just the dude never stops fucking smiling. And the whole time he's feeding people bullshit.
I'll go this far. Just like where I come from in New Jersey. He's a punk, too. That social experiment, when he gets involved, he gets in an argument that looks like it's going to lead to his fist fight with that African-American gentleman. And the whole thing's fake, and he's acting like he's going to throw down with this dude. And there's no chance of him throwing down, just to make him look like a hard ass.
That guy's an actor.
Yeah, that guy's an actor. So he's trying to look like a good guy. He's trying to look like a hard ass, and he's neither. He's a phony. And when he's called out on it, he runs and points at Scarce and Keem. And DeFranco's a saint. He never did anything wrong. And DeFranco actually debunked his claim that he was using his image just to get hits. He actually talked about the guy. So that whole spiel, and his subs are going up, so people aren't getting the facts about FouseyTUBE. They see this guy, and he is just as bad as some of the other YouTubers that have been under fire within the last 12 to 24 months. It's really amazing how
it's really surprising because FouseyTUBE, Philip DeFranco has a lot of respect within the community.
Yeah.
So when he outright debunks FouseyTUBE's video, right? it's amazing to me that FouseyTUBE has had no negative reciprocation because of that.
None.
It's very strange. Leafy has made a video now. You think even the Leafy fans are going to attack FouseyTUBE, but it's nothing. Like, he's had no disparatable effect.
I think he knows what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing. Like I said,
the whole goddamn site needs to turn on this motherfucker and rip.
You can't say that, Keem.
You can't say that. It's
You
incitement.
can't promote hate to him. That's the problem.
All right. I take that back. All right. The whole fucking site, if they would like to, needs to turn on this motherfucker and expose this motherfucking fake piece of shit fraud for what he is. If they want to.
The amazing thing is, even if someone...
Don't do it because I said it. Do it because it's what God wants.
Oh, God. The amazing thing is, let's completely avoid that. The amazing thing is, even if that does happen and he starts getting a lot of hate, a week from now, people will forget the entire thing. People won't realize all the shit he's done and the complete hypocrisy, all the fucking untruths he said in that video, the manipulation, the fucking pandering, all that shit. And all it's done is got FouseyTUBE more fucking attention, more fucking subscribers, more fucking views. And, you know, Rice Gum was a perfect target to pick for his fucking video. He roped little Rice Gum in. He did use him. Look, I know you're friends with Rice Gum, but I've got to say this. Like, Rice Gum, I'm sorry, but stupidity is not an excuse. Rice Gum has no excuse. He knew what he was doing. He stabbed you in the back, Keen, whether he knew he was doing it or not, because he's a fucking idiot, right? He still stabbed you in the back, I'm afraid. Like, you're literally in his fucking sub box, and he's in yours, I believe. And he's still saying Drama Alert channels are bad? I mean, what the fuck?
He took me out of it. He literally hit me up, took me out of his sub box because he was getting hate.
Oh, at least he's smart enough to realize that. But
no,
this guy
people were saying like, oh, why are you talking bad about the drama channels and have a Drama Alert in your sub box? He told me he'd put me back in like a week later. I'm just like, dude, that's so fake, Rice Gum. Like,
he's a fucking fake little shit.
I wish someone would just tell Rice Gum to his fucking face, like someone in real life, just be like, look, dude, stop being fucking stupid. FouseyTUBE used you. He played you.
Like a bitch.
He did.
Because he did. FouseyTUBE, okay, listen to this. FouseyTUBE did a fucking fake fight with Rice Gum, and the next day calls out channels that send out negativity. What is every single one of Rice Gum's fucking videos? A goddamn diss track!
His entire channel is built on basically bullying fucking children. I mean,
negativity.
Come on. Right.
Negativity. Not don't say basically bullying children.
Yeah,
right?
That's pretty much what he does. I'm sorry, he does do it.
No,
he fucking does.
no.
It is.
Round two.
He picks on the
He
weak.
goes-
He picks on the fucking weak, Keemstar.
Are we talking about Leafy or Rice Gum?
We're talking about Rice Gum. Yes, okay, Leafy has, made videos about children. I've had this fucking argument with Leafy before. And yeah, I will never agree with Leafy on this point. And I know Leafy is making a conscious effort now to not make videos on children. I can honestly tell you that.
Fuck those kids, guys. Fuck those kids. I don't care.
All right,
I'm making a lot of money.
But Leafy has made, I believe, about 6 videos on children. I will
Until
never.
Jacob-
hang on,
until
I will
Jacob
never
Sartorius-
agree. I will never agree with those videos. Even H3H3, I think, has made 4 videos on children. I will never agree with making videos on children, right? Never agree with this point. The fact is, Rice Gum has built his entire channel on it. Every single other video is bullying children.
Okay, but the difference between Rice Gum's video and Leafy's videos are extremely different. All right, Rice Gum, in a joking kind of way, is doing these diss tracks. They're not, like, mean-spirited, all right? Fucking Leafy's videos is like, Leafy's the fucking son of, Satan, and, he's sending fucking wards and wards of fucking, I don't know, demons
and
after
Rice
these
Gum
kids.
isn't? And Rice Gum isn't? His fans are the same fans.
Yeah, but they're
Pretty
saying
much.
stuff like "take the L." All right, fucking Leafy's fans are saying "kill yourself," "drink bleach."
Oh,
get
so
cancer,
Rice
get
Gum's
it.
fans. So that's that whole
It's a
everyone,
little-
all the fans who like that type of content. They're all the fucking same. They all do the same shit.
Clown, it's a little bit different.
It's not. It's exactly the same. It's exactly
No,
the same.
it
fucking
is
thing.
different.
The only difference is Rice Gum has built his entire fucking channel on it, and Leafy hasn't. Like, he's done X amount of videos. I will never agree with those videos. It's a point against Leafy. I do accept the fact that it's a point against Leafy. And you've got to give me exact quotes of what Leafy has said. I don't think he's ever said anything too bad. He has criticised these children. He has insulted them, but he hasn't said anything really, really
Are
demoralising.
you
to
saying that Rice Gum has never
I'm
did a
not-
diss track on adults?
them. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Rice Gum has built his channel on it. Like the Jacob Sartorius shit. Like, that's what he's known for. Right, the Matty B raps, whatever, all these fucking. I don't watch Rice Gum's videos because they're just cancer. But you know,
well then
he's
it's really hard for you to criticize them.
No. When I say I don't watch them, obviously I've seen them. I just don't watch them on a regular basis. I know what they're fucking about. You can't take my words out of context there, because obviously I know what Rice Gum does. So the point is that Rice Gum has built his fucking channel talking about these little children. Like, he has built it, and it's morally wrong. And you can say Rice Gum, oh, he doesn't realise he's a fucking idiot. It's not a fucking excuse, right? Rice Gum had the fucking choice himself to make this fucking video with FouseyTUBE. He did it. His choice. Just because he was roped in and he's too stupid to fucking see it is not an excuse. And the fact that there's no, I don't want to say hate, but there's no negativity towards Rice Gum over this is wrong, because Leafy didn't talk about him, you didn't fucking talk about him, Philip DeFranco didn't fucking talk about him, nobody's mentioned Rice Gum in this. Why is Rice Gum getting away with it? Why? Because he's a growing YouTube channel? Are people afraid of Rice Gum's little fans?
No, because Rice Gum didn't come out and say all drama channels are bad.
Oh, but he nodded his head along with it. He's literally in the video nodding his fucking stupid fucking head along with it.
Rice Gum isn't the smartest person, all right?
Not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Stupidity is not a fucking excuse.
But can we agree?
Do you think FouseyTUBE is the brightest
person? Let me ask you a question. Can we agree that FouseyTUBE is a manipulative person?
Right. No problem there. No problem.
Do you believe that the manipulative FouseyTUBE manipulated Rice Gum into being a part of a video that he later regretted?
Does he regret it? He hasn't said so publicly.
Yes, he does.
Has he said so publicly?
He can't say it publicly because it's
what
bashing.
A fucking pussy. No, he's all right. He's all right to make diss tracks on children, but he can't admit he made a fucking mistake on Twitter, can he? What a fucking pussy. Little prick he is. I really do not like Rice Gum. He's not in the same vein of twisted and manipulative like FouseyTUBE is, but Rice Gum is a fucking idiot, and he does not deserve the attention he's got. I mean, what is there to like about Rice Gum, really?
He's funny.
He's not fucking funny. No, he's not.
Hilarious.
Are you laughing with him? Are you laughing with him or at him?
I think the fans want to know this as well. You both have close relationships with people that you disagree with their content fundamentally, and you both, and I get this, feel a desire to defend them because you do have a friendship, and I respect that as well. But what is that like, knowing that these guys are going to make fun of kids?
With respect, Tommy,
awful.
Keemstar literally just said he likes Rice Gum's content.
Rice Gum's videos are fucking hilarious.
They're not funny.
And that is not.
He debunks the fucking claim.
I'm not defending Rice Gum, his content, because I'm friends with him. I'm defending his content because his content is good.
No, it's
period.
Not. No, it's not. It's really not. He debunks the claim that the kind of stereotypical, slightly racist phrasing that, you know, all Asians are intelligent and musically talented, because he is neither of those. He has no intelligence. He's not funny. He's not charismatic.
That's what makes him
He's not entertaining.
funny.
He's not entertaining. He's got nothing going for him. I don't know why he's so popular. The only thing, you know, the point in his favor is his formula. I think he's got a great formula. Like, he will literally talk about someone, and then he'll do a few little skits, and then he'll do a diss track. What a great formula. That was a really genius idea. Implementation, absolutely fucking shit. He's not a person to listen to. He's not a person to respect. He makes little rape jokes. He bullies children. What is there to like about him, honestly? There's nothing.
He's funny, dude. He's funny. His shit is hilarious.
Are you laughing with him or at him? Are you laughing with him or at him?
I'm laughing. Well, it's a little bit of both. Okay, so Rice Gum has always kind of been like that dork that's not cool, that's trying to be cool. Like, Rice Gum, in my opinion, is like McLovin. Like, McLovin's funny in that video because, like, he's a dork, but he's trying to be cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's an act. It's an act. Like, McLovin was a character. Like, Rice Gum is not a character. He's genuinely like this in real life. It's not a character. He's not self-aware. He's not...
Nah,
he's not self-aware.
Like this.
I think he might just be. He's not self-aware. He genuinely... When he says, take the L, and, oh, you just got fucking roasted, brah, like, all that fucking shit, like, this cancer shit, he's genuine. Like, this isn't a joke.
No.
Yeah, it's real. You think he's saying take the L unironically? It's not taking the L unironically?
He is a fucking character. He's playing a part, dude.
No, this is kind of what he's like. Like he is hyping up his character a bit, but it's a real character, right? When he says "take the L" on Twitter, when he says this to his little, this is an authentic phrase. He's not doing it ironically. You realise that, like he's not self-aware.
Well, in fairness, Klaus, how do you know that? How do you know he's not playing a character for sure?
Okay. That's a fair point. I don't know, but I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out on. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I strongly believe that he's not playing a character.
All right.
Not
in
entirely.
my tradition of being
Well,
neutral,
you just fell out the tree. You fell out the tree.
Like in my tradition of, well, how do you know he's not playing a character, Keem? Everybody said I was being neutral.
Because I know him. I've known this motherfucker before he even had a YouTube channel. Like I've known him.
You think his videos are ironic humor?
I think his videos are absolutely hilarious.
Really?
And I think that
That's not answering.
That's
not answering the question.
Because
though.
I don't know how to answer your question. What I'm saying
Yes
is
or
this.
no. You answer yes or no.
I believe.
Do you think his videos are ironic humor?
I think he's playing a character.
Do you think his videos are ironic humor?
I think he's playing a character.
You're avoiding the question.
He's not
He's
budging.
avoiding the question. So either Keem knows that it is ironic humor, or he genuinely believes that it's not, and it makes him look wrong. So I guess we'll never know the answer to that discussion.
Okay, here's the problem. Here's the difference between Rice Gum and Leafy. All right. Usually, when Rice Gum goes after someone, it is because those kids were talking smack about him. All right.
They're kids.
Leafy goes after like people, and they didn't do shit to him.
Yeah, but they fucked up, and they're adults.
Ooh, there was a long
most of the time.
pause. What are you talking about?
It was a long pause because I was just thinking about what to say. I wasn't.
Leafy literally just did a video on a child like yesterday. Like, what are you saying?
I'm saying I will never agree with the fact that Leafy has talked about children in his videos. Like, this is a point against him. It's a genuine point against him. I've had these conversations with him in private. I said, stop making videos on fucking children. And he is genuinely making a conscious effort not to do them. The difference is, Rice Gum has built his fucking channel on it. Right?
I have a
he
problem.
goes out of his
I have
way
a problem.
to do it.
I have a problem. I have a problem when you say he is making a conscious effort to not do this.
He is.
One day ago, he uploaded a video.
Wasn't
titled
1 day
The
ago.
Cringe. 1 day ago, he
Wasn't 1
uploaded
day
a video called The Cringe. 1 day ago. 24 hours ago. All right. Yesterday, he uploaded the FouseyTUBE rant. The day before that, all right, he uploaded The Cringiest Kid on the Internet attempts to rap fire.
It is a point against Leafy, and I will give you that. He should not make videos on children. The difference is numbers at this point, right? Rice Gum has built his fucking channel on it. Leafy hasn't. Now, I cannot sit here and defend Leafy for making videos on children when I think it's genuinely wrong. Now, I've spoken to Leafy recently, and I've said, stop making videos on children. He is now not going to make videos on children. Conscious effort.
1 day ago.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big statement. A lot of people are going to hear it. Are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
You sure it wasn't?
And if he does in the future, then what?
Then you can call me a fucking liar. But he won't.
Well, I'm not a liar, but he could have lied to you. You think it's something like, okay, Colossal.
No,
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
and
no,
then,
Tommy, it wasn't that. No. He accepted many of my points,
Really?
and he is accepting the fact that which he didn't see beforehand. Like, sometimes it takes someone to tell you, you can't do this. It's wrong. You can't do this. By the way, also, Leafy is putting a disclaimer in his videos as well. So, benefit to the first episode of the podcast because he's now doing that as well. Now, Leafy isn't going to apologize for what he's done, right? He doesn't need to apologize for what he's done. He's not going to take down the videos he's already made. And he shouldn't. But if he's now aware of it and he's making a conscious effort not to make any more videos on children in the future, then I see that as a positive outcome of the conversation we had.
I feel like this podcast is getting a little stale. Let's talk about something else that's going on in the community.
Like what?
Did you see the update that CSGO gambling is done and over with?
Oh, yes. It's interesting, but I think we already knew that was going to happen.
Is there any way around it, though? I mean, is there any way you can get around it? I mean, as far as, like, well, it have to be, like, the honor system, I guess, right? Could they still find a way to gamble these things? Or, I mean, Steam could disapprove, but is there still a way to, I don't know, make an application where Steam wouldn't know it and you could still gamble your skins in some way or another? I mean, there was poker sites in the States well after they shut all the poker sites down, so I just wonder if there's actually a way to go around it.
I am not even joking. There's a video that someone just tweeted to me right now saying that FouseyTUBE tattooed his hair.
I thought we were talking about the CSGO shit.
I'm sorry, but this has really caught my attention. There's a video called FouseyTUBE Fake Hair Tattoo. How he got the perfect hairline.
Really?
Is this real?
No.
There's no way this could be real. It's got 13,000 views. All right. Could you imagine if someone actually did that, though? Someone that was bald, right? Fucking tattooed fake hair.
I wonder if you could win that on CSGO gambling or something.
To be honest, with FouseyTUBE, I really don't give a shit about any of that stuff. Like, yeah, he fakes pranks, so what? I don't care. Like, he made a good point in the video, in fairness to him. Like, as long as it's entertaining, like, who gives a shit, right?
Oh, I agree with that.
Like, who gives a fuck if he fakes pranks? It's the social experiments I had a problem with.
If that's the point, then, Rice Gum's videos are entertaining. Why do you care about that?
They're not entertaining. Well, that's one point. And he's talking about children. Like, if he was making diss tracks about adults, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Well, Colossal's not saying he thinks Rice Gum should be taken down. I've never said that I thought Leafy should be taken down. I'm not really a fan of his work. He just, he's criticizing the content. Am I correct, Clown?
Right, exactly. He's talking about things that, in my opinion, do need to be talked about, like the cancer of YouTube. And we were having this discussion earlier today, and maybe it's relevant to the podcast as well. What is YouTube for? What's the platform for? And people saying, oh, well, channels like mine, channels like Leafy's, channels like Rice Gums and Keepstars and whoever's are bad for YouTube. Well, what's good for YouTube? Give me an example of a channel that is genuinely good for YouTube.
The Shaytards.
What do they do? I don't really know.
The Shaytards. They vlog family vlogs every day.
Why is that good for YouTube?
Because they're happy. They're a happy family.
Well, wait a minute. They're the real Christian-y family, right?
I don't know if they're Christian, but
I remember reading about this Christian family that was being followed around. It turns out like the old man had to admit he was cheating on his wife or something like that. Is this the same group of people?
No. The Shaytards are like YouTube royalty.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I don't watch
Shay
the
Carl.
content.
You don't know who Shay Carl is?
I don't watch this shit. I don't watch
Oh my God. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. Like, you two, I have a problem with everybody in the community right now.
I like
right?
the cancer.
I have a problem with everybody in the community right now. You want to know why? Because you're fucking noobs. You're all fucking noobs. You don't know anything about YouTube. You don't know anything about the people. You don't know anything about the history of this website.
Ray William Johnson.
When I make a statement, when I make a fucking statement on Drama Alert yesterday, and I say FouseyTUBE is the reason why everyone started faking their pranks here on YouTube, a lot of people are like, "Oh, damn, I didn't know that," and it bothers me.
Yeah, but because that's a little bit different from just someone who hasn't heard of the Shaytards. Why would I know who Shaytard? I don't give a shit who they fucking are.
Oh my God!
It's what are they? Family vlogs? I don't watch vlogging channels. I know who Zoella. I know who Zoella is. She makes like little fucking makeup tutorials. I don't give a shit. Like they're just irrelevant.
Shay Carl is one of the most important.
Why? Why is he so important?
Shay Carl is one of the most important YouTubers in the history of YouTube.
Why?
Because he is the one that started the daily vlogging. He created the whole goddamn genre, and he was huge for it. He was absolutely huge for it. And he is worth like $1 billion now or some shit. Like, he's worth a lot of millions of dollars because they started that first like big network Maker, all right, that sold to Disney for like $2 billion or something, right? And he owned a large percentage, something like 20% of that thing. And it sold for $2 billion. This guy, along with a couple other YouTubers back then, created the first like YouTube network. You know what I mean? They created genres. Like, he is like YouTube royalty. Same way iJustine is YouTube royalty. Same way Philip DeFranco is YouTube royalty. Or Ray William Johnson. These people... What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter even if they're dead and they die off completely. These people were absolutely huge and played a very, very crucial role in the development and the growth of this website known as YouTube. So when you say, I don't care who Shay Carl is, I feel like you don't care anything about YouTube. Like, you don't give a fuck about YouTube.
I mean, that's such a ridiculous statement. Just because I don't know who someone is, like, I don't know anything about YouTube and I don't care about YouTube.
I can't believe a clown doesn't like makeup tutorials. That's what's blowing my mind.
Shitting me? Oh, right, because I'm a clown, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the type of content that I cannot watch. I cannot get through. I cannot get through vlogs. I find them so. I don't want to watch someone else's fucking life.
I'm not saying that you need to watch them. I'm saying that you should just know who the fuck Shay Carter is.
Why? How
Is.
would this impact me? How would this improve my videos
Because
or
he's
improve
important-
anything about me?
Well, the way history
he's an
impacts
important
everything.
figure.
To know the history is to know, you know, how not to make mistakes in the future.
But he didn't make any mistakes. So how can I know
Well, I
not
mean,
to make mistakes
that's
when I
not
see
what-
this guy
that's not what
Shaytard or
Keem's
whatever
saying.
his name is doesn't make mistakes?
That's-
No, he's just
that's
he
not
was
what
just
Keem's
he was
saying.
just he was just a significant figure on YouTube. I'm taking this. He is a
Yeah, but
significant
that's not what
figure on
Keem.
YouTube.
That's
But
not
I
what
don't
Keem's saying.
care. I'm just saying I don't
Keem-
care.
All right. Well, I'm just kidding. Keem is what he's saying, and he's right. He's right about me too. Is to know the history and just the the entire platform. You just get a better view of what's going on. Obviously, Keem's really passionate about it. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I can't stand when guys that are into hockey don't know who Bobby Orr and Gordie Howe are. I kind of feel the same way, but I don't watch Shaytards either.
Well, to be honest, there's so much information with YouTube. There's so much history with
That's
it. There
true.
are so many channels. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable that you haven't. I actually have heard of the name, but I just have never been on this particular channel because it's never been recommended to me, or however the algorithm.
I'm not
was.
saying
I
it's
don't
gonna
watch that
make
type
your-
of content, so it's never come up to me.
I'm not saying
it's a
it's-
pointless conversation. It really is.
Epic Mealtime is dead, right? It's dead.
Yeah,
it
pretty
used to
much.
be a big thing. It's dead, all right? If someone were to come up to me and they're like, oh, I've never heard of Epic Mealtime, I feel like you are not deserving of, like, you know, being a part of a conversation about YouTube without knowing who the fuck Epic Mealtime is. You know
I mean,
what
it's such a
Like-
crazy statement, though, Keemstar.
You're
That's
such a hipster.
Crazy statement.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it is
You're a
not.
hipster.
No, it's not. Because okay. Let me explain why it's not a crazy statement. All right. If our objective is to fucking build a house, all right, and one guy comes with every fucking tool he needs to build a house, and the other guy comes with a fucking hammer, all right, I feel like I would rather work with the guy that has all the tools and not just the fucking idiot without the hammer. With the hammer.
Why is YouTube like building a house?
Because how the fuck can you have a conversation about YouTube and how YouTube should be and what's wrong for YouTube and all this stuff without even knowing the people that created the goddamn platform? Not the platform itself, but the community on the platform.
I really don't. I really don't think it matters, Keemstar. I don't. I understand your. I understand your analogy. I understand your analogy. I just don't see how this is relevant to anything. Like, you can have a
Every
problem.
bit
Look,
of
look, look, you can have. This is the way that I see YouTube, right? It's about entertaining people. So how is knowing? Yes. How is knowing about the Shaytards gonna help me entertain other
Because
people?
this whole conversation, I can't speak. This whole conversation started because you asked me what is good for YouTube, and the first thing that came into my mind was the Shaytards, because they were fucking role models. They still are role models. They still make videos. They are the good people. They're the ones that are actually sending out positivity, unlike FouseyTUBE.
But we've just said YouTube is about entertaining others. It's about entertainment. It's not about
was the
It's
question?
not about
What was the
promoting a good
question?
message.
Yeah, I wanna
Shaytards, you're
see the
saying are
Shaytards'
promoting
daughter
a
get
good
knocked
message.
up.
It's not.
Okay, but what was
the
the
2
original
points don't
question?
correlate with each other, Keemstar.
Oh my God! You asked me what makes YouTube good or something.
Entertainment.
What was the original question?
You just said that what makes YouTube good, and you were like, yes, and screamed it like entertainment value. Make your content entertaining others. That's what YouTube is all about. It's not about promoting love. It's
No,
not about
no,
being
YouTube
good.
is
It's not about white knighting shit or that SJW rubbish. You just have a seizure.
YouTube is about entertaining. However, you asked what makes YouTube good.
Right. So what's the answer?
So we're talking about like good, right? Positivity.
No, I'm saying what. That's not what I asked. I didn't ask what.
Well, I forgot what you asked. I forget anymore. This is just stupid. But my point is that you should try to understand the history and the important figures within this platform before you discuss.
I don't give a shit. The history of YouTube, how it was founded, how it came to be. You know, who are the who are the figures who have lots of X amount of subscribers and made loads of money? Don't give a shit. Really don't give a shit. I give a shit about when people fuck up on YouTube, when they're doing shit wrong. Who's entertaining, what type of content I'm watching, the type of genres on YouTube, all that goodness. I don't give a shit about someone who was very popular on YouTube and made loads of money. What's that relevant to me? Who did vlogs? I don't give a shit.
Every bit of information about this website is relevant to me and is important to me, and I want to know every single fucking detail about fucking
you can't
everything.
Though because there's like X amount of videos uploaded every fucking second.
This
you can't know
is how I predict the future.
You're just a big elitist. You're just an elitist.
And if you can predict the future, if you have all the knowledge, right? If you know everything you can possibly know or gain as much knowledge as you possibly can about YouTube, right? Then you can predict the future. And if you can predict the future, then you can predict trends. You can see trends. You can see passive revenue. You can see all different types of things. Like knowledge is power and knowledge is money.
You know, Colossal, he's right. You know, you're looking at it as a consumer, and Keem is looking at it as a business maker. You know, so I don't think either of you are wrong, really.
Like, I don't look at YouTube from a business perspective. Like, it's just fun to me. It's about entertaining others and entertaining myself. So I don't really give a shit about the business perspective.
Oh my God, you just took the high ground there. You know that I care about just having fun too.
I didn't say that you didn't.
People.
I didn't say that you
say
didn't.
that.
You're
I know.
putting words in my mouth a bit there, Keemstar. You are a little bit.
I was trying to make the point that, you know, it's good to see where these trends go. It's good, you know, from a business perspective, all right? But again, what are you doing when you're creating – what do you do when you're making money on YouTube, right? You're also entertaining people, so it is both.
Of course. Like, making money is always going to be secondary to me, I think. And I think it is for you as well. I'm not saying it's your primary objective.
Because you come from money. Keem comes from a farm. I'm a middle-class schlub, you know?
Well, I don't know how fair that statement is, but I don't want to really talk about it.
Well, no, it wasn't an insult. It wasn't an insult, clown. I wasn't insulting.
No, I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was. I just don't know how fair that statement was, to be honest.
Really? Well, no, it's just like, well, it was not an insult. What I mean
I don't think it was.
You came from a family, fortunately enough, I'm not saying privileged, I'm not pulling some SJW shit going here.
Right.
It was never like, it was never like, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to own a toy company. Well, no, your dad owned a toy company. So I think for people like Keem and myself, that's like I think it makes us a little hungrier. This is not an insult in any way. I just think it's just...
Yeah, clown, why the fuck are you so goddamn fucking lazy?
I'm not fucking lazy. Keem, I have a real job. You know, YouTube is not my fucking job. So when you call me at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning or 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, clown, and you fucking, this is so rude, by the way. You put it on Twitter like, clown, wake the fuck up. We got to do a podcast. What the fuck? It's 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. I've got work.
Because when I'm in the fucking mood, I'm down. I am down. I'm ready to go right now.
You're an impulsive bastard, right? Because you just send out a tweet like, right, fuck what Tommy and Colossal are doing. Like,
exactly.
Let's fucking get this podcast now. I don't care that it's 3 in the morning for them. Like, I want to do this fucking podcast now. I am sorry,
but I am the biggest star on this show, and if I fucking say let's go, you better get your fucking peasant ass out of your fucking peasant bed.
Yeah, you
get over to your fucking peasant microphone and put on your peasant headsets and get your fucking peasant voice talking. Because it's showtime.
Yeah,
it's fucking showtime.
That was the most egotistical thing I think I've ever heard.
No, but I'm saying, clown. Listen, we've been talking for a while. All right, we've been friends for a while. All right, dude, you're so goddamn lazy, man.
I'm not fucking lazy.
I didn't say you're lazy. I didn't say you're lazy. I just want to make that clear. I did not say you're lazy.
I have so much drive. I know you say that you have a real job and stuff, but like, why the fuck do you want to work at a fucking toy house or whatever the fuck you're doing?
Why? Because this is how I make my living. This is how I support myself.
But you could be a goddamn entertainer in the fucking new media.
That would be wonderful. Like, that would be so much fun. I can't.
Then go get it.
Wait.
Go get it.
Can you wait?
Fucking go get it. When I tweet at you and I say we're doing a fucking podcast, get your fucking ass out of bed and go get that shit. Go get it. Take that motherfucking podcast by the hips and fuck the shit out of it.
Keem, you need to be in a fucking straitjacket at this point. Like, you are insane. But let me just finish this. Let me give you an analogy, right? If quitting my job and going onto YouTube, right, it'd be putting all my eggs into one basket. The problem is, I would love to do that. The problem is, the basket isn't fucking built yet. I'm still building the basket. It takes time.
I will say this.
I can't quit my fucking job
right.
at the moment. I've got 110,000 subscribers. You can't make a living out of this. Crazy.
No. I mean, I think what Keem's saying, though, is if you want, like, look, I guess Keem left. Keem, were you set when you left your law firm? Were you already set, or was it
No, dude. No, this is what happened, right? Somebody donated like $2,000 or something to me, and my live stream was making more money in donations than I was actually making at the law firm. Mm-hmm. So I took a giant risk and I quit.
Exactly.
Now, I put in a 1-week notice because I told them, like, I want to go as soon as possible. I can't give you 2 weeks, but I'll give you 1 week. I put in 1 week notice, and what happened is the 1 week came up. And literally, like, within 2 days of each other, Microsoft started console banning my Xboxes.
Oh.
Right? And again, I was making live trolling videos on my live streams, right? And people were donating because they enjoyed it, right? So now, all of a sudden, Microsoft is watching every single one of my live streams and console banning my Xboxes. So I have to go buy new ones over and over and over again. So I had to make a decision. I was like, look, all right? Do the thing that I fucking love, and take this giant risk, or do the thing that I hate and be set. And I just said, fuck it, all right? Yeah. And I went into work, and I said, well, my week's up, see you guys. And I just started live streaming, and I didn't stop.
Clown?
And I didn't fucking turn back. And there were times where I couldn't pay my fucking rent. And there were times where I couldn't pay gas bills. And there were times where it was really, really scary. But guess what? I didn't give a fuck, right? Because the minute I fucking left, the minute I quit that comfy office, job at an attorney's office where I was making $70,000 a year base, all right? The minute I left that thing and I was out on my own, it was fucking survival of the fittest. It was either do or fucking die. And I didn't just do a little bit. I fucking did a lot, and I did a lot every single fucking day, and I became a goddamn millionaire, clown.
Cloud,
well,
here's the thing. I've heard.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let me get this in, Cloud. No, it's okay. Let me get this in. I believe, and I've heard Keem's story from a bunch of other celebrities before. If you want to go to that next level, you're going to have to take. I'm not necessarily the exact risk Keem took, but you're going to have to say fuck it and actually put yourself out there if you want to go to the next level. Right now, you're like, well, if it comes, it comes. I still have my job, but I honestly, I don't know anybody that makes it to that level. I've never heard it that didn't take a huge risk. I think that's all I'm saying.
I'm not a risk taker. That's not my personality. I don't take
huge
risks. I'm very careful because these things matter. Oh. This is my life. This is my livelihood. I don't take huge risks. I don't go all in. I don't put it all on the line. I try to be sensible about it. Because great that it worked for Keem, right? Great that it worked for Keem. He became very successful. Whatever. But how many people did this not work out for?
Well, I think this is cultural because I've lived in, and I can say this.
Those people did not want it as much as me.
It's bingo. I agree with Keem, and I'll tell you something. This is cultural. I've lived here. I've lived on this side of the pond for 11 years now. Today, in fact, 11 years now today, and this is something you see in the States that you don't see in Europe as much. I'm not going to say you, but I got to be honest with you. Every celebrity I've ever read about, I've met guys like Keem before. They get, oh yeah, I was thrown out of my apartment. I was this, that, and the other thing. If you want it that bad, I mean, I'm unemployed right now, so if it works for me, it's just going to be because I can't get a goddamn job. But I mean, yeah, you have to get to that place. You have to.
You want to know why though? You want to know why it's different in England than it is in the United States, and it's different in Europe than it is in the United States? Because you got to think of the type of the people that migrated from Europe to the United States.
Takers.
They were all risk takers.
They were risk takers.
They were all fucking
Irish.
wild, crazy men.
Well, I actually really love that fucking point. Like, I don't know how fair it is, but I think it's like an excellent fucking analogy.
It is fair because, listen, where do you learn how... we really get a lot of our traits from the people that raise us, right? Right? So that wild, crazy, risk-taking, I'm gonna go fucking fly up to Alaska and dig for gold and all this crazy shit, or travel up to Alaska because I don't even think there was planes back then. All that crazy stuff that happened in the United States, right? These are from the fucking wild people over in Europe that came here in the first place.
I think that's a fucking interesting point, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, Colossal, and another thing is, I'm not saying, like, Europeans are pussies or anything. Like, I'm not going that far. I'm just saying, I do think there is a cultural difference. You know, we talked about doing this podcast in the past, like, offline, and I'm saying, well, Keem looks at it as sort of a traditional American corporate way of looking at things. Get going! Come on, move your ass! And the Europeans, and I've worked for Europeans before, are a lot more precise about the language they choose, about the way they go about things. Keem does it the American way, and I got to be honest with you. That's why I think we're the richest country in the world. I'm not trying to be a snob here. It's because we have a surplus of people that are willing to cross the Atlantic and risk their lives, and those traits are passed down over the generations. That's my guess.
Right. Well, I mean,
I didn't insult you. Now I feel
no,
bad.
no, it's not an insult. I don't take it as an insult. You think you're insulting my country? I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me as a person, I am not a risk taker. I like to keep
level-headed.
level-headed.
You should be.
No, I don't think so. Like, I like to keep level-headed. I like to look at things from, all the perspectives from a bird's eye fucking view. I like to look at all my options. A, this is B, this is C, and approach things. What's the right word? Like,
scaredy cat, you're a
No.
pussy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that we have for this podcast. Guys, make sure you're following us on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. If you are on an Android device, follow us on SoundCloud. And if you're on iTunes, subscribe to us on the iTunes podcast app. Just search Bait It under podcasts. You'll find us there. Shout out to the guy that made the new art. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. What's the name of that guy, Clown?
oh fuck, I can't remember.
Okay, we'll see you next episode. We'll see you next episode. Peace.